Hello there, Internet. Welcome to a very quick, because it is late, map announcement video. Solateria is out. I've been looking forward to this since the demo. Had a really good time with the game. Didn't play it on the hardest difficulty. I've mentioned in past videos that parry-focused games have a tendency to really hurt my fingers these days. So I played it on one of the easier difficulties. I had a really good time. I've put probably 13-14 hours into it, something like that. I've got most of, but not all the achievements. One of them requires you to play through on the hardest difficulty without changing it. I'm not going to do that because I value being able to use my fingers. The game itself is reasonably big. It's not the most outlandish or innovative Metroidvania worlds, but there is some occasional tidbits of tricky platforming, but realistically this is very much a combat focused game. For some stupid reason I messed up when it came to scaling the base map for this, and I spent a lot of time on the base map for this because I started with one of the original demos and they've changed the way the map looks and so on and so forth several times, so I've had to go back every now and again over the last month or two and just redo it twice. So I've put quite a number of hours into this map when realistically I probably should have just waited for launch. So as per normal, everything that you would expect to see on a map from me is on here. It's not my prettiest map right now, but I wanted to get this video out to tell people that there's a guide available should you want early access to it. And it's got everything on it. It's got breakable walls, it's got notes, it's got all the cooking ingredients, all the bosses. I've created a couple of extra little mini maps for areas that don't have them. Any of the sprouts that you can find, any NPCs, save points, just everything is on here. At the time of recording this, which is on the 14th of March, very early in the morning on the 14th of March, there are a couple of bugs. For whatever reason, the Water Mirror Basin is only 98% complete on my file, which is kind of weird because the overall game completion percentage is 100%. So I'm assuming there's a bug there somewhere. Your mileage will vary with that one, but all of the lore notes, all of the NPCs, all of the ingredients, all of the parts that you can get, all of the key items, all of the lore bits and pieces. There are certain things that I need to properly flesh out. As I said, this is kind of a work in progress in some ways. It's basically finished, but there's a few things that I need to check, like, you know, putting boxes around stuff. But as I said, I wanted to get this video out for people so that you can take a look at the full map, and I am kind of panning around the full map here so you can get at least a little bit of an idea of what is going on if you want to pause it. I do try and do that. Over here in the Solin Lab, you'll see that there are 3 versions of this map. I've ummed and ahed about where... Oh, I don't know what's happened there. I've ummed and ahed about whether I want to put all of the icons on each version of the map, but this is one of those zones where the middle section can move. You pull a lever and it moves up and down, so you've got to work your way around to it. It's the same zone. It's nowhere near as complicated actually as I thought it was going to be, but I'd already started laying this out, so I figured I may as well. If it's not useful, I might just take it off and reclaim the space. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with that. I'm going to get that fixed as and when I can. As I said, kind of a little bit work in progress. There's a few things in the game that I think they probably should change. The location of this particular spore here is an absolute nightmare to get to, because if you miss it, you've got to go back to a save point and head down again, and the nearest save point is probably this one up here, so you've got to run all the way down and drop down the shaft and then hope you get it on the next run through. There's a couple of slightly baffling decisions like that I'm not a huge fan of, but for the most part, had an enjoyable experience with this one. And as I said, there's still a bit of work to do on the map, but if you just want to know where stuff is, it is, as far as I'm aware, game file says 100% completion, it's all on here. As per usual, if you want early access to the files, you can go to mycoffee.com/Demajen and pick up a supporter pack there. Otherwise, you can pause the video if you want to, or you can stick around for a week or so and wait for some patches for the game and get the complete version of the map for free in the Google Drive over at demajen.co.uk if that is more your thing. I have actually forgotten to check how long I've been working on this one. I probably should have done that. Let's take a look. My time tracker says that I've been working on the Solateria map for 41 hours. But again, keep in mind that a chunk of that was from demos trying to get this base map sorted. So I'd say it's probably taken me about 25 hours tops to put this together. But as I said, tracker's going to track. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your continued support. And I will catch you all in the next video. If you do pick up Solateria, let me know what you think of it down below. As I said, I quite enjoyed it. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.